Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some kisses feel unforgettable, while others are just ordinary? See, attraction isn't about chance. It's about knowing how to connect in the right way, at the right moment. And when it comes to kissing, there are a few places that ignite chemistry so powerfully that a man simply can't resist. Today, I'm going to reveal the 5 places where your kiss doesn't just touch his skin. It touches his mind, his emotions, and his desire. Because a kiss isn't just physical, it's psychological. It's not just about the lips, it's about how you make him feel. And once you understand this, you'll never look at a kiss the same way again. When most people think of a kiss, they picture the lips. It's the obvious place, the one we see in every movie, every love story, every romantic moment, where the world seems to stop. And yes, the lips matter. They're powerful, they carry electricity, and they can spark a chemistry that feels undeniable. But here's the truth. What makes a kiss unforgettable isn't just that it happened on the lips, it's when it happens somewhere unexpected. Because the unexpected bypasses the routine. It bypasses the ordinary. It makes someone stop and think, wait, what just happened? And in that pause, in that surprise, is where attraction becomes unforgettable. Think about it for a second. When someone does exactly what you expect, you enjoy it, but you don't necessarily think about it later. When someone does something unpredictable, playful, slightly daring, it stays with you. That's what the unexpected kiss does. It interrupts his autopilot. It catches him off guard in the best way. Suddenly he's not just receiving affection, he's experiencing a moment that feels different from anything else. Why does this matter so much? Because attraction isn't just about chemistry, it's about contrast. We remember the things that break patterns. You can talk to 10 people in a day, and they all blend together. But the one who says something no one else dared to say, the one who gave you a different kind of energy, is the one who lingers in your mind. The same is true with a kiss. If all he knows is the kiss on the lips, then that's where the story ends. But when you place a kiss somewhere unexpected, suddenly he's thinking about you hours later, even days later, replaying that moment in his head. And here's the real secret. It's not about being overly sensual, it's about being creative. It's about showing him that you're not here to follow the script, you're here to write your own. A kiss on the lips says, I'm attracted to you. But an unexpected kiss says, I see you differently than anyone else does. That difference is what makes someone unforgettable. The human mind is wired for novelty. We are drawn to the things that break patterns, that feel slightly new, slightly unfamiliar. Novelty wakes up the brain. It activates curiosity, desire, and even a sense of mystery. So when your kiss lands in a place he wasn't anticipating, his brain doesn't just register it, it lights up. It creates a stronger emotional imprint. And that imprint is what he'll carry with him, even when you're not around. There's also an element of playfulness here. An unexpected kiss carries with it a sense of fun. It's a way of saying, I don't take myself too seriously, and I don't want this to feel mechanical. Playfulness is magnetic. It lowers defense. It makes two people feel like co-conspirators in a private game, a little secret world where everything is more exciting. That energy is addictive, because in a world that often feels predictable, finding someone who brings surprise is like finding water in the desert. But the real power isn't just in the surprise, it's in the message beneath it. When you kiss someone somewhere unexpected, what you're really saying is, I want to connect with you in a way no one else has. I want to make you feel something different. I want to leave a memory, not just a moment. And memories are what relationships are built on. We don't fall in love with routines. We fall in love with the moments that break the routine, the flashes of spontaneity that make us feel alive. So when you think about kissing, don't limit yourself to the obvious. Don't settle for predictable, because the truth is, he may like the kiss he expected, but he won't be able to resist the kiss he didn't see coming. The neck is one of the most vulnerable places on the human body. It's exposed, unguarded, and deeply sensitive. That's why a kiss on the neck carries so much more than physical sensation. It carries a message. It's primal, it's instinctive, and it awakens something in a man that bypasses logic and speaks directly to his most natural desires. There's a reason people close their eyes and shiver when lips graze the neck. It's not just a kiss, it's a trigger. When you kiss a man on the neck, you're entering a place where vulnerability meets desire. The neck holds arteries close to the surface, which makes it extra sensitive to touch. Even the lightest kiss there can feel like an electric current. But beyond biology, there's psychology. The neck is an unspoken invitation. It's not the public kind of affection, it's the private kind. A kiss there says, this isn't for everyone, this is just for you and me. That exclusivity makes it irresistible. Men, just like women, crave to be desired. Often they play roles of strength, confidence, and control in the outside world. But the neck is where that control softens. It's where they can feel chosen, pursued, even claimed. A kiss there doesn't just say, I like you, it says, I want you right now, in this moment. That kind of message penetrates far deeper than words. It's also about timing. A kiss on the neck, when unexpected, creates a surge of chemistry. Imagine you're sitting close, talking, laughing, and without warning, you lean in and let your lips brush against his neck. That pause in conversation, that sudden silence, it speaks louder than anything you could have said. His body reacts before his mind does. His breath quickens, his posture changes, and for a second the world shrinks down to nothing but that touch. The beauty of this gesture is that it carries both softness and intensity. It can be delicate, a feather-light brush that teases, or it can be firmer, a kiss that leaves no question of what you feel. Both versions tell him something powerful, that you're confident enough to go beyond the surface. Confidence is magnetic. When you kiss a man's neck, you're showing that you're not afraid to step into intimacy, that you're comfortable in expressing desire, and that confidence makes you unforgettable. But here's the deeper layer. The neck is close to the ear, close to where whispers live. When you kiss him there, it opens a door to combine touch with sound, to let a breath or a word slip into his skin. That combination is intoxicating because it engages more than one sense. He doesn't just feel it, he hears it, he breathes it, he lives. That sensory overlap magnifies everything, creating a memory that lingers far beyond the moment. There's also an emotional undertone to the neck kiss, because it is vulnerable, it builds trust. You're not choosing a safe, neutral place. You're choosing a place that says, I want closeness, I want connection. Men often put up shields in daily life, but the neck bypasses those defenses. It taps into instinct, into the part of him that doesn't need to think, only to feel. That is why a man can't resist it, because it reaches the part of him that's raw, unfiltered, and real. And maybe the most important thing is this: a kiss on the neck doesn't feel casual, it feels intentional. It doesn't happen by accident. You don't accidentally find someone's neck. You choose it, you lean in, you cross that invisible line, and you make a statement without words. That deliberate choice sends a surge of energy that no ordinary kiss could replicate. It says, this is not just affection, this is attraction, this is desire. And when a man feels desired like that, it's impossible for him not to respond. The forehead is one of the most overlooked places to kiss, yet it holds a power that goes far beyond physical attraction. A kiss on the forehead is not about desire, in the obvious sense. It's about reassurance, tenderness, and connection. It says, I see you, I care about you, I value you. And that simple gesture can create a kind of intimacy that even the most passionate kiss on the lips can't always match. Because at its core, a forehead kiss touches not just the skin, it touches the heart. Think about what makes someone feel safe. It's not always words. It's not always big promises. It's the small moments where they feel understood and protected. When you place a kiss on a man's forehead, you are stepping into that role of making him feel cherished in a way the world rarely allows him to feel. Men are often expected to be strong, composed and unshaken. But beneath all of that, they too crave softness, comfort, and love that doesn't demand performance. A forehead kiss delivers exactly that. There is something almost symbolic about it. The forehead is where thoughts live. It's the seat of worry, of stress, of the endless noise that runs through his mind every single day. A kiss there is like a silent message. You don't have to carry it all right now. In this moment, you're cared for. It's a reset button, a pause, a moment of peace carved out in the chaos of life. That is why it leaves such a lasting impression, because it speaks to a part of him that desperately wants rest. It's also one of the purest ways to show love without expectation. A forehead kiss doesn't say, "I want something from you." It says, "I'm giving something to you." That giving energy, without demand, is powerful. It melts defenses, it softens the heart, and it creates a bond built on something deeper than chemistry. It's built on trust, and trust is the foundation that makes attraction sustainable. When you kiss a man on the forehead, you're also showing emotional intelligence. You're telling him, "I know how to make you feel more than just desired. I know how to make you feel seen." That recognition is rare. Many men go through life without ever experiencing it in their relationships. They may feel admired for their strength, respected for their role, wanted for their body, but rarely do they feel nurtured. The forehead kiss offers that nurturing, and in doing so it creates an intimacy that cannot be faked. Another reason this kiss is so powerful is because it carries innocence. There's nothing aggressive about it, nothing demanding. It's soft, it's gentle, it's pure. And yet it's deeply impactful because it contrasts so strongly with the fast-paced, surface-level connections people often settle for. In a world where everything moves quickly, the forehead kiss slows things down. It grounds the moment in simplicity. But make no mistake, just because it's gentle doesn't mean it's forgettable. In fact, its power comes precisely from its simplicity. It's not trying to be flashy or dramatic. It doesn't need to be. The impact lies in the quiet message beneath it. You matter to me. You're more than just attraction. You're someone I value. That message plants itself in his memory in a way he can't shake off. A forehead kiss also bridges emotional intimacy with physical connection. It shows that closeness isn't only about passion, it's about depth. And when a man feels both desired and valued, when he feels both attraction and affection, that's when he becomes attached in the truest sense. Because he doesn't just remember the chemistry, he remembers the feeling of being loved without condition. And that's the kind of memory no man can resist. The area around the ear holds a unique kind of magnetism. It's a place where touch and sound come together, where the slightest movement of your lips can send waves through his entire body. A kiss near his ear is not just about physical closeness, it's about awakening desire through subtlety, through suggestion, through the kind of intimacy that doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. The ear is one of the most sensitive zones, and when your lips find their way there, it's impossible for him to ignore the rush that follows. Why does it have such an effect? Because the ear connects to the nervous system in a way that heightens sensation. Even a whisper, a brush of breath can feel overwhelming. When you combine that with the soft pressure of a kiss, it becomes an overload of senses, sound, touch, heat, and anticipation all at once. It creates a kind of intimacy that bypasses thought and goes straight to instinct. He doesn't need to process what's happening. His body responds automatically. There's also something deeply psychological about it. The ear is not a public place to kiss. It's hidden, it's private, it's intimate in a way that feels secretive. A kiss there communicates closeness, a kind of message that says, "This moment belongs to us and no one else." That secrecy makes it magnetic. It's not a gesture you'd share with the world, it's a gesture reserved for the private spaces where connection is deepest. That exclusivity amplifies its power. It's also about anticipation. When you kiss near his ear, you're not just touching him, you're creating space for imagination. The pause, the breath, the nearness, it forces him to fill in the blanks with his own desire. Desire thrives in that gap between what is happening and what could happen next. A kiss on the lips can feel complete, but a kiss near the ear feels like a beginning. It teases, it promises, it keeps him on edge, waiting for more. That waiting is addictive, and then there's the element of the ear is the gateway to words, to whispers, to the language of attraction that doesn't need to be spoken at full volume. When your lips are that close, even the softest breath feels amplified. A simple whisper can carry the weight of a confession, a playful word, a teasing remark, even silence filled with breath. These things ignite a fire that no ordinary kiss could. The ear allows you to combine touch with words in a way that multiplies the effect of both. It's also worth noticing the contrast. Most people focus on obvious places of affection. The ear, however, feels different. It's unexpected. That's what makes it unforgettable. When he least expects it, Your lips are suddenly there, and he's pulled into a world of heightened sensation he didn't see coming. Surprise is one of the strongest tools in attraction. When you surprise him with a kiss near his ear, you remind him that you're not predictable, and that unpredictability keeps the connection alive. The ear also ties into vulnerability. It's a sensitive spot, close to the side of the face where people don't often get touched. By kissing him there, you're stepping into a space that feels personal. It says, I'm close enough to reach the places no one else does. That nearness, that willingness to cross into his intimate space, makes him feel desired in a way that words could never fully capture. Ultimately, a kiss near his ear doesn't just make him feel wanted, it makes him feel consumed. It's not just about the physical act, it's about the effect it leaves lingering afterward. Even when the kiss is over, he'll replay the sensation in his mind, the warmth, the sound, the nearness. It's the kind of memory that follows him long after you've pulled away, because it's not just a kiss, it's an experience he can't resist and won't forget. A kiss on the hand or arm carries a power that's subtle but undeniable. It's not the kind of kiss that shouts desire, but the kind that whispers admiration and respect, and that combination is deeply magnetic. When you choose to kiss a man's hand or arm, you're doing something unexpected. You're showing that attraction doesn't always have to be loud or overt, and that sometimes the quiet gestures leave the deepest mark. There's a level of sophistication and intentionality in this kind of kiss that immediately sets you apart. Think about the hand. It's what he uses to work, to create, to hold. A kiss on the hand is symbolic. It says, I see the effort you put in. I value what you bring to the world. I notice you. That recognition is rare, and it resonates on a level deeper than physical attraction. Men, just like women, want to feel appreciated, and when that appreciation comes through a tender, unexpected gesture, it triggers a connection that goes beyond the surface. It's admiration wrapped in intimacy, and that is irresistible. The arm carries a similar energy. Kissing the arm is intimate in a soft, protective way. It communicates closeness without being overwhelming. It's about closeness, presence, and attention. A kiss there signals that you notice him in ways that go beyond the obvious. It's thoughtful, it's deliberate, and that deliberate attention is incredibly alluring because it shows that you are invested, that you are paying attention to more than just the exterior, more than just the physical attraction. What makes this so effective is that it blends affection with subtle dominance and playfulness. There's a contrast in energy. A kiss on the lips often conveys passion. On the neck it can convey desire, but on the hand or arm it conveys a sense of admiration and choice. It's a gesture that flips the script. It's almost ceremonial in its energies. By placing your lips there, you're signaling that you're not just there for the heat or excitement, but for the appreciation, for the respect, and for the depth of connection. Timing and context amplify this effect. When you lightly touch his arm or hand and lean in with a kiss, it doesn't feel routine, it feels intentional, it feels like a moment carved out of the day just for the two of you. And intention is magnetic. Men are drawn to women who show deliberate interest, who make a move with purpose. This isn't a casual, I'm doing this because it's expected gesture. It's an I see you and I choose to acknowledge you in this moment gesture, and that choice carries power. There's also a psychological element at play, because most people overlook these subtle areas in favor of more obvious gestures. A kiss on the hand or arm catches him off guard. Surprise is one of the strongest triggers for desire. When he experiences something unexpected, yet tender, it creates a memory that lingers. He doesn't just remember the physical touch, he remembers the feeling of being seen, valued, and desired in a way that goes beyond typical gestures of attraction. The intimacy here is gentle but profound. It's not about overt seduction, it's about connection, recognition, and closeness. A kiss on the hand or arm creates a space where he feels acknowledged without pressure, desired without being overwhelmed. That balance is intoxicating because it allows him to relax into the moment while still feeling the magnetic pull of your attention. Finally, this kind of kiss communicates confidence. You are choosing the unconventional path, showing that you understand the subtleties of attraction and that you are comfortable expressing desire in a way that is refined, playful, and deliberate. That confidence is irresistible. It's a silent message that says, I don't need to shout my interest, I make my presence felt in ways that matter. And that level of awareness and self-assuredness is precisely what makes a man unable to resist you. It's not just about where you kiss a man, it's about how you make him feel in that moment. All the lips, necks, foreheads, ears, hands and arms in the world don't matter if the energy behind your kiss isn't intentional, confident and emotionally present. The way you kiss conveys more than physical attraction. It communicates your desire, your awareness, your playfulness, and your understanding of him as a person. That emotional layer is what makes a kiss truly irresistible. When you approach a kiss with intention, you're not just performing a routine act, you're creating an experience. You're sending signals that say, I want you, I notice you, I enjoy being with you. And men are wired to respond to that kind of clarity. They may be able to resist physical touch in fleeting moments, but when you combine touch with emotional resonance, when your kiss is infused with meaning, he cannot ignore it. It's as much about the feeling you generate as the contact you make. Consider the energy you bring into a kiss. Confidence is magnetic. When you kiss with self-assuredness, you're signaling that you are comfortable in your own skin and aware of your own worth. That energy is contagious. A man doesn't just feel the kiss physically, he absorbs the way it makes you feel about yourself, and that reflection makes him want to mirror your desire, your presence, and your confidence. A kiss becomes not only a gesture of connection, but a mirror of your power. There's also timing and context. A kiss delivered with patience, at the right moment, carries more weight than one rushed or performed out of habit. When you pause, look into his eyes, and then close the distance, it tells him that this moment matters. Your focus, your attention, your intention, they amplify the effect. The kiss becomes a story in itself, an unfolding moment that creates anticipation and heightens every sensation. Anticipation is a silent amplifier of desire. It creates a tension that draws him in, making the kiss feel electric, even if it's gentle. The way you use your body during a kiss also communicates volumes, leaning in subtly, tilting your head just right, letting your hands rest naturally. It all matters. Body language speaks louder than words. By aligning your physical presence with your emotional intent, you make the kiss irresistible. He feels it not only through touch, but through the entire space you occupy, through the way your closeness creates warmth, security and excitement simultaneously. A truly magnetic kiss also involves rhythm and variation. The unexpected pause, the playful tease, the gentle nibble or lingering brush, these variations keep his mind engaged and his senses heightened. Repetition dulls attraction, but thoughtful shifts in tempo, pressure and intensity make every second unpredictable in the best way. It tells him that you are fully present, that you are not just going through the motions, and that your energy is fully invested in him. Finally, emotional connection is inseparable from physical touch. When your kiss carries authenticity, warmth and attention, it transcends physicality and touches him on a deeper level. Men may forget the exact angle or pressure of a kiss, but they never forget how it made them feel. The surge of attention, the spark of excitement, the sense of being valued and desired. That combination of emotion and intention is what transforms a simple act into something unforgettable. A kiss, when done with awareness and care, becomes an experience that lingers far beyond the moment. It's not just a kiss, it's a statement, a declaration of desire, connection and understanding. That is why, regardless of location, regardless of circumstance, the way you make him feel through your kiss is ultimately what he cannot resist. A man can't resist a kiss that combines intention, confidence, and emotional presence. While the lips spark chemistry, the neck awakens desire, the forehead builds intimacy, the ear ignites anticipation, and the hand or arm conveys admiration. What makes a kiss truly irresistible is not just where it lands, but how it makes him feel, seen, valued, and desired. When you bring awareness, playfulness, and authenticity to every kiss, you create moments that linger in his mind and heart, turning simple gestures into magnetic connection.